Welcome back to the channel. I had someone ask me recently about moving to the Philippines, and what I find the same stress in the Philippines is that I find on a daily basis here in the United States. Why would I want to leave a high-paying job, a comfort level with a career that I have, to move 8,000 miles away and take a huge pay cut and possibly have the same stressors there as I do here? Well, I kind of chuckled a little bit to myself and at the person asking me that question. And when I go back and look at these videos, and I just realize how happy I am, how peaceful that I am in the Philippines. I found a different type of lifestyle, even just being there for the short amount of time that I've spent in the Philippines. I can see how happy I am. I look like a different person. When I go back and look at these videos and see the smile on my face and see the peacefulness that I found in the Philippines, and it reassures me that I'm making the right decision. You know, we live in a world or I do, where I feel like, we work more, we buy more, but are we really happy? And so as I'm riding through these roads, and I spent a lot of time there in the Philippines by myself, just reflecting on my life, trying to decompress from the daily grind that I have here, the 70-hour work weeks that I have here in the United States, versus a more simple life that I'm searching for in the Philippines. After spending a little bit of time in the Philippines, I slept better at night. I was happier. I encountered smiling faces every day, and that does take its effect on you in a positive way. Ironically, people in the Philippines, for the most part, they struggle a lot more than I do in the United States because of income. There are some very rich people in the Philippines. The Philippines is not a poor country, it's a developing country, but there are a lot of people that struggle on a daily basis to keep food on their table and to keep a roof over their head. But what was really beautiful to me is that they just seemed happier than the lifestyle that I see in the United States. The daily grind, the working more hours so we can buy more things that we really don't need. So to go back to my friend's statement, yes, I can pretty much say in my heart of hearts that I can live a happier life, a simpler life in the Philippines, away from the stressors that I have here. I realize that I'll still have to earn money. I'll still have to keep a roof over my head. I'm not at retirement age by any means. I'm only 52 years old, so I don't have a pension or anything like that. I do have some financial things that are put me in a better situation than a lot of people. Let's just say that. But going back and just looking at these videos and reflecting on my life of where I am at 52 years old, looking back at how much I've worked to get to the point where I am right now, and a lot of it had to do with luck and just being tired of living the same lifestyle and grinding away. And the Philippines showed me that the world is a lot bigger than we realize, but it's also a lot smaller than we realize, if that makes any sense. And what I mean by that is that we get caught up every day in our little bubble of where we are, just doing the same things. But you have to realize that you can jump on an airplane and be on the other side of the world in just a few hours and experience a different type of lifestyle than maybe where you're at right now. I can jump on a plane and be in the Philippines in 2 days for the most part. I can be anywhere in that country I want to be. And just to get back on topic here, yes, for me to move to the Philippines is a huge pay cut. If I want to do it as a long-term lifestyle, yeah, I'm going to take a cut in pay, a huge cut in pay. But I'm taking a huge benefit in being able to enjoy the rest of my time on this planet and have a peaceful lifestyle. There will be struggles. There will always be struggles wherever you're at. There's going to be problems that come up, daily things that we have to deal with. But I would much rather have a more peaceful existence out in nature. As I'm looking at this ride that I'm going up in the Bajan Highlands, it is so beautiful. And you know, it's worth it to me to make a leap and to take a leap of faith and make that jump of what I have here versus what I think I can have in the Philippines. And guess what? This place will always be here. I will always have employment opportunities in the United States as long as I keep up certain certifications. There are jobs always available in this country, and that's the great thing about the United States. Unfortunately for the Philippines, those people are very limited a lot of times in what jobs that they can get. And you know, it is what it is. You know, it's a little bit sad when you think about the opportunities that I have versus some of the opportunities that the Filipino people don't have. But you know, they do the best that they can with what they have, and that's very admirable. You know, one day I hiked over to an island, you know, in low tide, and I knew that once I got over there would be no way for me to get back unless I stayed there all night, wait for the tide to go down again. But as I crossed over to this little island that I just showed you from the top of that peak, it's Bajan Island, and that's where this video is right now. I met some wonderful people, and a fisherman, and I consider him to be a really good friend. His name is Aga. Hopefully we'll be friends, lifelong friends. Him and his son took me back over to the mainland. Aga showed me around the island, and we had a great day together. And this little part of the video is them taking me back over to the mainland. But just looking around at the beauty of this place just reminds me of how wonderful the Philippines is. And I will always say this, how hospitable the Filipino people are. I've never seen anything like it. I'm not a huge world traveler. I've been outside of the country. I've lived in, you know, different places in this country. I've been to Europe. I've been to several different places in Europe, and I've encountered wonderful people along the way, but nothing even remotely close to what I experienced in the Philippines. And I knew from the moment that I put my foot on the soil there that it was the place for me. I kind of knew that it was for me before I even went to the Philippines. And I've said this in other videos, but when I got back to my own country, the United States, I just knew that this was not my home anymore. It's where I'm from, and I'll always be patriotic to the country that I live in. It's given me many options in my life, but it's not my home anymore. And I'm happy to say that. I've found a peacefulness that I've never experienced in my entire life in the Philippines, and it is calling me from my soul. I feel like that I have to be there, and there is something really wonderful waiting for me. And so that's what this video is about. And a lot of the videos that I've made lately have been about chasing your dreams and living your life. And maybe, this friend told me, well, maybe this is like a midlife crisis for you. Well, I'm 52 years old, so I'm past the middle of my life, I believe. But I don't consider it a crisis at all. I consider it as a waypoint in my life where I have decided that my peace and my happiness are worth a lot more than material things. And even though I spent most of my time in the Philippines alone, I didn't feel alone. As strange as that sounds, I felt a spiritual connection to that country that I really just can't describe. But I never felt alone, which is odd. I'm okay with being by myself, but I do feel lonely in the United States. I really do. But riding up through those highlands or, being in places by myself, I didn't feel alone. And looking at this video right now, what a beautiful day this is. Just experienced a tranquility and a peace that I've never felt before. And I've made friends that will hopefully be lifelong friends to me. And Uga is such a wonderful person. Him and his son are here taking me back over to the mainland, and what just a sweetheart of a guy. I hope to spend time with him and his family in the future and show you guys some fishing adventures that hopefully him and I will go on together, and just a little bit more of the lifestyle about the Philippines. And I just keep going back to that calling, is that if there's something in your life that maybe you've put on the back burner and it's really coming back to you in your thoughts, in your dreams, something you're passionate about, there's a reason for that, and you should maybe revisit that and give it a little time and effort and see what happens. Because material things, they fade. Machines break down. Things rust. Even us as humans, we get old, we fade. So the time that we spend on this planet and in this life should be spent with joy in our hearts, right? And peace. So that's what this little video is about. And I just really appreciate everyone that has supported me on this journey. A lot of people think that I'm maybe, lost my mind a little bit to want to move 8,000 miles away and start a new life. But I know it's the best thing for me. So thanks to everyone. And I hope that, maybe these little videos inspire even one person to take a chance to revisit something that's important to them in their life. Stay positive, dream big, and I'll see you on